What's up, guys? Blue Moon Mining here, and today I'm just kind of making a just random video. Um, for anyone who comes across this in the future, not many people are really trying to get into crypto these days, or maybe there are some people who are trying to get into it. But um, I'm getting closer and closer to my first year as a crypto miner. And I just want to go over some things about what it takes to be a crypto miner. And some people may think it's really difficult, and it's not all that difficult. Um, I guess really the first thing you need, and before I of course get into this, nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Take everything I say with a grain of salt and do your own research before you decide to get into anything. I am just some guy on the internet that's just pretty much talking about what he does in crypto. All my videos I make are just pretty much about how crypto is going for me and to inform you on what's going on in the crypto market. But yeah, but what it takes to be a crypto miner, well, the first thing I guess to say is patience. You need a lot of patience to be a crypto miner. Um, you also need a lot of patience to be a crypto miner YouTuber. You're not gonna blow up and get rich in one day. Um, the thing about crypto mining is it's a very slow and steady task. Nothing is ever gonna be a snap of a finger and you're rich. Because things take time to grow. A coin you're mining today can be worth a lot more than it was in the future, but it takes time. You can't sit there and be like, man, I made a mistake, I'm gonna sell off all my coins. You gotta be patient, because the thing about crypto mining too is that most of the mining you're doing is speculation. You speculate that a coin's gonna go big. Like, say, because Ethereum's going proof of stake, you're mining Ethereum Classic over here. It's $37 right now. You're thinking that Ethereum Classic will shoot up to this price or higher in the future. So what do? You mine it. That's speculation mining. You're mining because you speculate that coin is going to increase in price. Now, a lot of people do that. Other people just mine the most profitable coin and leave it at that. But the thing about cryptocurrency is that the market's always changing and there's never one steady price. So another thing you have to be prepared for is you have to be prepared for the market to go down. Are you able to afford the electric bill for mining? Because yes, mining pays off, but you also have to pay in. So you will get paid in crypto, but can you afford to keep that crypto mining going by paying your electric? Me personally, I can pay electric out of pocket, so when the market goes down, I can afford to keep mining. And that's one thing you need to take into account when you are a crypto miner. Can you afford electric? Can you afford to expand your farm? Now, going into electric, another thing is, do you have enough power to run mining rigs? Because you can't really run full rigs on a traditional 15 amp circuit. You want a lot of power because you don't want to start a fire. Now, traditionally, you would want to use a 30 amp 240 volt. If you're living in an apartment, you're not going to really find those unless you have a washer or dryer in your apartment and an oven. That is an electric oven, not a gas oven. Those have 30 amp plugs on them, or 40 amp, sometimes even 50 amp. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to want to disconnect your oven or your dryer. It also doesn't mean you want to plug it into that, but also have to unplug it every now and then. Mining crypto, you don't really want to take your rigs offline because that defeats the purpose of mining crypto. You're sitting there to leave these things run and do what they do without interference. You don't really want to, turn it off and on back all the time because it takes time for it to get going, and it can mess up with your um, payouts and stuff. If you're constantly switching pools and stuff, it can also mess up the amount they're getting. And you can have some crypto sitting in that pool, but you can't get it paid out until you reach a certain threshold. And then I guess another thing you have to be prepared for, other than electric coal, and if you have electric, you got to prepare for the heat. It's not cool. It's not cold at all. If you don't have a proper way to ventilate, say as me, I'm living in an apartment right now. I don't really have a good way to vent my apartment. I can't cut a hole into the side of the building and have fans sticking out. And it's not a really good idea to have a window open in the middle of winter because, depending on the size of your farm, it's not going to do much other than just get really cold. Now, if you have a really big farm, it's probably not going to do much. Winter usually is the best time for crypto mining because there's not a lot of heat. So you don't thermal throttle a lot. And of course, everything I say in these videos are just from my experience so far. What my difficulties in mining and that. So, there's other crypto miners out there that have been doing this a lot longer. So if you ever want to check them out, just, you can find them. They're not hard to find. But yeah, another thing that I've had personal issues with is the expenses. It's very expensive. For most people, it's a hobby. I'm more of a hobby miner. I'm mining because it's a hobby of mine. I'm not doing it because I want a good financial gain, because I know I'm not going to necessarily get good financial gain off of crypto. And the reason I have this as the background of the video is just to prove that the market is constantly going up and down. There's a lot of red. You'll see things go from red to green while you're watching this video, most likely. As you can see, Ethereum is still going up in price. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay at that price. So it's very expensive. Just to get a rig with one graphics card going, you're looking to spend at least $700 to $800 because you have to get all the computer stuff. It's not just the graphics cards. You need the motherboard, you need storage, you need a power supply, you need internet. You need all those things. You need RAM, you need all that. You need a CPU. So it's not just a graphics card. You got to have everything that goes into a computer in order to have a rig. So if you're trying to get into crypto mining, it's going to be an expensive cost, and you have to be prepared to spend almost $1,000. Now, you can necessarily build rigs for cheaper depending on the hardware you get, but with the difficulty of each coin, such as Ethereum, the difficulty is very high because there's a lot of miners. So a lot of things play into it. There's not just hardware involved. There's not just, I'm going to make a wallet and make millions in a day. That's not how it works. A lot of people get into crypto because they watch some shitty YouTubers that say they're going to get rich off of it. And that's not what you want to do. Of course, you always want to do your own research. Like if you're going to mine another coin, you don't go to another YouTuber for that. If you find another coin that looks interesting to you, that you have faith in, that's going to shoot up in the future, you want to do research. You want to go to the coin's website. You want to know what their white paper is. You want to read all that. You want to look at their charts and see if they're growing or if they're going down. You always want to do your research, and that's why I'm kind of making this video, to kind of help people who want to get into crypto. And hell, there might be somebody 3 years in the future watching this video, and they really want to get into crypto. It's 3 years in the future. Maybe Bitcoin's sitting at $200,000. Who knows? It's in 3 years from now. Bitcoin's always changing. It was 60,000, or it was around $50,000 when I started mining, and now it's at 23,000. It's dropped a lot. You know, Ethereum was about $3,000 when I started. When I started at the beginning of the bear market, when all the prices of every coin started to significantly drop. I chose one of the worst times to get into crypto, because graphics card prices were still high and mighty as the crypto market was dropping. So imagine dropping $800 on a graphics card to mine a coin that was supposed to be making $2 a day. And by the time you get that graphics card that you just dropped $900 on, by the time you get it and get it plugged in, that $2 a day is now almost under $1 a day. So you have to be prepared for stuff like that too. You have to be patient, as I said in the first thing. You always want to be patient with crypto mining. I wasn't very patient at first, and I learned the hard way. I bought 2 graphics cards for over $800, 3060 Ti's. Those graphics cards today, the first one I bought was $900. This exact card, today it's going for $476. That just kind of proves a point, doesn't it? That I chose the wrong time to get into crypto. And I paid for it. But now I'm using the bear market to my advantage. I also started buying these cards when I wasn't in a very good job. I was only making $17 an hour. So in the climate of just the economy in the United States, I was putting myself into a hole. And now I got a new job. I make over $20 an hour. And that seemed like a lot when I first got the job, but now that doesn't seem like a lot at all, considering how the economy's been. I go to and that's another thing. Crypto is not just crypto. You also have to pay attention to the world around you. Because, the electrical prices are going to go up if every other price is going up. You're paying more for groceries, you're paying more for electrical. And if you're paying more for electrical, you're probably paying more for rent. It's always changing. And same as crypto, it's always changing. Like Ethereum has almost gone up a whole $10 since I started recording. It's ridiculous. But then again, you can come on to this exact same website, coin360.com, tomorrow. Or later in the day. Is that price still going to be the same? Probably not. Ethereum Classic was in the green yesterday. Now it's in the red. I don't want to, shatter anyone's dreams of wanting to be into crypto. It's always your financial decision in the end. I can't give you financial advice. I don't control your money. That's your money. I'm not going to tell you to go spend $900 on a graphics card and get into crypto right now. I'm not going to do that because that's not a good idea, and that's not good on my part. That puts me as a liability because I'm the one who told you to do it. And that's why you'll hear from any crypto miner, YouTube channel in the world will say, well, this is not financial advice. I don't want to come off as mean. It's kind of just basically just me ranting about my mistakes while getting into mining. And I'm not the only one. There's been lots of miners out there that will admit that they made huge mistakes along the way, and it's just going to happen. It's bound to happen. Nothing ever goes perfect, especially in crypto. A lot of things go wrong in crypto. You can't get away from making mistakes in crypto. You're going to make financial mistakes. You're going to mine a coin and miss opportunity. You're going to miss opportunities with certain coins, and you're going to waste your time with certain coins. Another thing is there's a lot of maintenance that goes into keeping up with your rigs. You still got to clean your graphics cards and stuff. You don't want them getting all messed up, Sometimes you have to change the thermal pads. You have to buy extra components. Maybe a power supply is going to die. You have to have extra power supplies. It's another thing about crypto. You kind of want to have extra stuff laying around. You never know when something's going to go wrong. I have extra cords lying around just in case one of my cords burn out. I'm going to have extra fans lying around in case I need to ever change fans. So yeah. You know, getting into crypto is fun, but in the end it's kind of taxing on you. And I wish I would have known that a lot more before I got into crypto. Because, I was still, 18 years old when I got into crypto. And I was I was sure as hell just really wanting to make a quick extra buck. And of course, when I got into crypto, I knew I wasn't going to make millions of dollars. I knew I was only going to make a little bit of money a day. But I didn't know how much money it would cost to first get into it. But of course, if you already have a gaming computer, you're already way ahead. You can, if you're not using your PC, you just leave it on. You let it mine. You can mine whatever coin you want. If you have a gaming PC, trust me, you're already one step ahead. You probably have one of the newer graphics cards. You probably have a 30 series card or a 6000 series card from AMD, But yeah. I mean, I know I probably missed a few things, but this is just me telling my personal mistakes and what I wish I would have known getting into crypto. I only have 3 graphics cards, but my electric bill is still over $300. So, and I'm pretty sure my electric rates went up. So that's another thing. Just make sure if you're ever getting into crypto, pay attention to what your electric rates are. I had to do a lot of research on my rates to find out that they increase it in the summertime, decrease it in the winter. But yeah, just if you guys are going to get into crypto, it doesn't matter if you guys are going to get in it today, tonight, or in the next few years. Always do your research and make sure it's a good time. I wish I would have paid attention to the market before I got in. I wish I would have been a little bit more patient before getting in, because in the end I would have saved a lot more money and I could have probably had more than just 2. It took me almost a whole year in this apartment to realize I have a 20 amp plug right next to my rigs, and I have a portable air conditioning I can use instead of the one plugged into the wall. So again, I did make a video earlier. It was yesterday. Technically it's 2 in the morning. If you guys want to watch that, it's basically my plans for what I'm doing with that 20 amp plug and for future rigs, because I don't know how long it's going to take until I can get out of this apartment. And even if I do get out of this apartment, I'm going to have to do some things to fix up the future house I'm getting. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of shed some light on anyone who wants to get into crypto in the future or something. Remember, this video wasn't financial advice. You have to make your own financial decisions in the end. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's all up to you in the end. It is your money. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, and I'm not going to suggest what to do with your money, because that's all up to you in the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace out.